Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jenna Flanagan. This segment is part of our Chasing the Dream initiative on poverty and opportunity in America. It has been a decade since the Great Recession, and while some parts of the country have bounced back, there are some smaller cities that are still struggling. For them, economic recovery does not seem like a possibility. Frontline and ProPublica have teamed up to tell the stories of Left Behind America, beginning with an in-depth look at Dayton, Ohio. Take a look.
The stock market is down 21%.
10 years after the Great Recession,
that took a piece of our soul.
cities like Dayton are still struggling to come back.
I actually worked in this same exact plant for GM. I'd say it probably averaged out around $35 an hour. At Fuyao, you started out at $12 an hour.
Dayton is not unique in the problems that we are facing. Well, what is unique is that Dayton is still small enough to fix this.
Left Behind America. Watch online or on air beginning September 11th.
Here to tell us more is Alec McGillis, a ProPublica reporter featured in the film. Alec, welcome to Metro Focus.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, I want to start with just focusing on Dayton, Ohio. You make it clear in this film that this could have been a story about so many different cities, but why Dayton?
Well, Dayton, for starters, is a city that I spent a lot of time in 2016 for some articles I was doing on the election that year. So I got a pretty good sense of the place, and it made sense to go back to it. But it offers quite a lot of sort of interesting, very particular details that I find really compelling. For one thing, you have this symbolism of the big GM plant in Dayton that shut down right at the time of the crash in 2008, which is now being run by a big Chinese auto glass company that has employed a couple thousand people there, but is paying them much lower wages than people used to get at GM. On top of that, you have the fact that Dayton really has pretty much led the way in the opioid epidemic the last few years. There was at one point last year where they were leading the country in per capita deaths, and has really kind of been at the center of that story. And there's the fact that the city really was back in the day an extraordinary hub for innovation and prosperity. And so the decline that it's suffered has been especially dramatic in a sense.
I do want to turn back to the issue of the jobs and how so many different Fortune 500 companies were leaving the city. The biggest one seems to have been NCR, which I believe was National Cash Register. When they left Dayton, what did that do to the city?
That was really probably the biggest hit that the city took in the last decade. There was not as many jobs as were lost with some of the auto GM jobs and auto parts jobs that left, but this was the company that was really kind of at the heart of the city's soul. More and more of those NCR jobs started getting moved down to suburban Atlanta, and then finally in 2009. The company uprooted runt of what remained down to suburban Atlanta, and it was just this massive emotional blow to Dayton. This was the last remaining Fortune 500 company, and it was just gone.
Well, one of the things that the film also, I think, does a really good job at laying bare is what it means to be working poor. You take us to a food pantry where free groceries are given out to families, but most of the people who are there have jobs, sometimes 2 and 3 jobs. So there are people, a lot of the people in Dayton, as I understand from your film, are working. They're just not getting paid livable wages. Is that correct?
That's right. I mean, the unemployment rate in Dayton has now come down to a pretty low level. It's employment, just as in terms of the numbers of jobs, is back to where things were before the crash, before the Great Recession. The problem is that the wages are so much lower now. They're about almost 20% lower in the Dayton area, and so you have a lot of people who are making just minimum wage or $11, $12 an hour in jobs like cardboard companies. You have all these kind of like logistics jobs now in Dayton that are paying only $11, $12, $13 an hour, and so they have to rely on food pantries and soup kitchens to get by.
Tell us a little bit about how Dayton also became the hub for the opioid epidemic. You get into that in the film, and you say that actually for Dayton it started before the crash of 2008.
Definitely, you had workers who had done a lot of physical labor over the years. Dayton's a very blue collar manufacturing town, who had a lot of aches and pains that sort of derived from their physical work. Then on top of that, you had the depression of losing jobs and the demoralization of seeing what was happening to this place around you. And so people started getting legitimate prescriptions for painkillers for their aches and pains from their physical work. And then getting hooked to those, the authorities started to clamp down on that painkiller abuse, and then people start turning to heroin instead. So it very quickly becomes this hub for the heroin trade. And then on top of that, the city just got hammered by fentanyl in the last few years. Fentanyl enters the market, the drug market there, and then you have this incredible surge of overdoses, to the point where the county coroner was having to bring in refrigerator trucks because he didn't have room anymore for all the bodies.
And unfortunately, that's a story that we've seen play out in so many smaller cities across the country. But tell me, because there is a positive part of this story, and that is about how the immigrant community that's in Dayton, Ohio, is actually helping to create some sort of renaissance, at least in terms of industry and work.
Definitely. And there's this, but what's really been most dominant the last few years is this intriguing community called the Ahiska Turks. These are ethnic Turkish who were persecuted in the former Soviet Union, finally got refugee status in around 2006 or so. A whole bunch of them came over to the States, and a lot of them congregated in Dayton because it was so affordable. And about 2,000 of them in Dayton, a lot of them started working in the trucking industry. They got very prosperous very quickly in the trucking industry. You see all these Ahiska Turks now driving around Dayton in luxury cars, and Porsches and Maseratis and Jaguars. It's a really kind of extraordinary sight. They've even moved into the home healthcare business now in Dayton. They've renovated entire sort of corner of town, the old north side of town, and they've gotten very involved in local politics. One of them was on the school board. It's really quite an uplifting story.
Alec, I want to thank you so much for making such an important film, I think, for us to take a look at.
Thank you. Thanks for your interest.
Left Behind America premieres Tuesday, September 11th at 10 p.m. on PBS. Check your local listings and visit us at metrofocus.org for more information.